like rainbow. It's really pretty. It's me, and welcome back to Like the MWs. If you're new to our channel, make sure you consider subscribing to our channel to keep updated with our latest videos.
Make sure you ring the bell, it's right down there, and give us a big thumbs up.
COVID-19 has really changed our lives, so our friends and I have decided we're going to share with you our experiences of life in lockdown. Let's get on with the video. What was your favourite thing about lockdown?
Hello! Spending more time with my pets. That we get to stay home and sleep in at home.
I'm Riley,
And I'm Catherine.
and we live in the United States, specifically in Collierville, Tennessee.
We've been friends with Emmy and Gogo for quite a while now.
And we wanted to share with you how our quarantine has been. My favorite thing about lockdown was that we don't have school, so I don't have to wake up early in the morning.
My favorite part of lockdown is that I don't have to go out and shop with my family or do grocery shopping or anything like that because I don't enjoy doing stuff like that.
My favourite thing about being in lockdown was the opportunity to slow down. I know myself, I'm always so busy. My schedule's always packed to the brim. So when all of these restrictions came in, it was an opportunity for me to actually slow down for once and have some time at home to do things around the house. I made a little herb veggie garden. I was able to, just relax a little bit. Another one of my favourite things about the opportunity to go into lockdown is I actually got the opportunity to connect with a lot of students on a much more regular basis that I wouldn't have been able to. Students from Bateman's Bay, students from Canberra, I was able to have weekly lessons with just by tuning in on our computer screens, where normally I'd have to, get on a flight or drive for 5 hours and wait till school holidays for the opportunity to work with them. I was getting to see them every single week.
My favourite thing about lockdown was getting to wear warm pyjamas, sleep in, tracksuit pants, not dress up every day, and not have to travel lots to get to work, and getting to know more about my daughter and everyone around me.
That we get to play video games and we get to have family night and all of that stuff that we get to do with our family.
Well, my favourite thing about lockdown was probably that I got to spend more time with my sister, and also I got to go on lots of bike rides, so that was good.
My favourite thing about lockdown was to spend some time with my family and to do Zooms and do more dancing than I've ever done before.
How did your life change in lockdown?
My life has changed because I'm now more independent. COVID-19 has also challenged me to become more resilient and more patient within these difficult times.
I felt locked up and couldn't see my friends, but I got to try new things online.
Well, my life changed since I couldn't go to school anymore and I had homeschooling, and it was really different for me because I couldn't just ask my teachers because it'd take them a while to be like, oh yeah, it's blah blah blah. So it'd take them a while to answer me, so it was a little bit hard in that way.
In lockdown, it taught me a lesson because I knew that I could Zoom people and it was so different and that things in the world were going on and I had to stay home and I had to follow all these different rules. So it definitely taught me a lesson, but it also made me a little bit upset because I couldn't see my friends, I couldn't go to school, and then when we could, I was really delighted, so yeah.
My life literally changed overnight with the announcements of the lockdowns. I went from working 4 days a week in studios, teaching in high school, school sport, Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays, flying and traveling all across Australia, judging dance competitions and also connecting with dancers in studio, doing specialist solo routines for competitive dancers and things, and it seemed that all just disappeared overnight. It was really scary at first because I'd been spending the past over 20 years of my life working towards my goal of working in this dance industry, and I wasn't too sure about how things were going to move forward and how I was going to make a living moving forward with the restrictions.
I go to school and dancing anymore, but decided the coronavirus was crazy. Then we get to go back to school. No homeschooling again, just going back to school.
My life changed in lockdown because I had to be locked down. A big one, that. Having to use lots of soap, which we should be doing anyway. Also learning different things. It was a big change, not getting to be out every day like we always are at dance schools and gymnastics and everything.
Have you learnt any new skills or done anything you normally wouldn't do?
During lockdown, I learned how to ride the ripstick.
One skill that I have learned is to do my round off tuck on my air track. If you don't know what an air track is, it's basically an air mattress, except it's meant for tumbling and doing some flips and tricks.
The two things I've learned how to do over quarantine is ride my rollerblades and ride a penny board. A penny board's like a skateboard, but it's not for tricks and it's a lot smaller.
I actually learned how to play drafts, which is a game where you have black and white different things that you use a board and you have to move them around and try and win. And I love doing that so much. And I also did dancing at home. Usually I do it in the studio, but I did it at home.
Danced online using more internet programs. I did public speaking and acting online and even modeling. I learned a French dummy and I learned how to do a back cartwheel. Riding my bike without training wheels and reading a story and yeah, that stuff. Hi guys, while we're in lockdown, I'm gonna ride my bike without training wheels.
Yes, I actually did. I learned how to paint pour. I learnt how to become like a better dancer and like be more flexible. I've learnt how to journal. I've learnt how to make a vision board. Yeah. Have you set yourself a new goal? How are you going with achieving it?
In lockdown, I've set fitness goals to make sure I stay in good shape. I've done this by setting reminders to go out for a run. This has helped keep me healthy.
Set myself a new goal to finish my Cert 4 fitness in that time, and I've only got 10% to go, so hopefully I'm going to get it done by next week. And also I'm supposed to be doing a Cert 3 in something, another course, but hopefully I'll get that done.
I'm glad you asked that. I noticed myself being a teacher for so long, I tended to get a little bit lazy with my flexibility. So often I used to get down there with the students and do a lot of stretching, but being comfortable sometimes and teaching certain students for a long period of time, they got really good at knowing what I expect, and I was able to verbally instruct a lot of lessons when it came to flexibility. But in lockdown, I did notice that my flexibility had taken a hit, because it's one of those things that if you don't use it, you lose it. So I made myself a goal that in all of my Zoom lessons with all of my students, I was going to get down there and I was going to stretch with them, and I was going to implement all the techniques that I was encouraging them to do. And I'm very proud to say that I'm now down on both my right and my left leg splits. The middle I'm still working on a little bit.
I set myself a new goal for something that I took part in, which was Dance for Sick Kids, and I made a goal to raise a certain amount of money, which I passed, and I'm so grateful. And the money raised went towards seriously ill children in need at Ronald McDonald Houses and Westmead Children's Hospital. And I also did practice for my scorpion, and I'm almost there. I've been practicing every single day.
Yes, I did set myself some goals. One of my goals was to start this YouTube channel here, and I think I'm going pretty well with it, and I hope you guys agree with me on that one because I hope our content is good in that case. I've also tried to be more creative, and like I think I'm going okay, I guess, but I think I could be a bit more creative. And I've also set myself a goal of doing the splits, and I think I'm going really good with that because I'm basically nearly there.
One goal that I have set for myself is to try to be productive every single day. It's been hard for me to be productive because I've ran out of things to do. But normally I would have plenty of things to do because we wouldn't be, locked in our house. And I'd say I've been doing pretty good with this goal.
My goal is to drink more water, and also I think I've done pretty good on my goal too.
I feel like being an artist, like a paint artist, and being like a drawing person that draws a lot of stuff, and being an artist. If you give up, don't give up, just keep trying until you like it. Just like how to make a good princess, or like anything that is good that you're good to draw.
What was the best thing about homeschool?
My favourite thing about homeschool was being able to play with my dog Tilly at lunchtime.
The best thing about homeschool has been the smaller amounts of work and no homework. This has allowed me to have more free time and spend time with the family. Example, every day at 5 p.m. we go out to exercise.
The best thing about homeschool was probably that I got to spend the whole day in my pajamas whenever I want, which was really good because I actually did that one day, and yeah, that was a really good day.
I love homeschool because my mom helped me with my work. That we get to do homeschool, and we get to have some breaks and get to go for scooter rides, and we get to do some stretches. I was going on a straight path, and then I took the wrong turn down the path of homeschooling, and I'm going to be completely honest. I did not get all of my homeschooling done.
The best thing about homeschool is that there's not a set schedule. I can sleep in and I don't have to do 8 hours of schoolwork. I don't have to do any because our district made all of our schoolwork optional, so we don't have to do any of it if we don't want to. But I did about 2 hours a day. Our school year goes from August to May.
My favorite part about homeschool is that I don't really have to do schoolwork because I'm pretty advanced in school, and so pretty much everything that they had teach them on online school I already knew about, or it was just a preview of what we've learned when we were in school.
So that's what life in quarantine with us has been like.
What are you looking forward to the most when things go back to normal?
Looking forward to the most when everything goes back to normal. Ooh, that's hard. That we get to go on adventures, and when I go back to school I can hug everybody, and we just get to do lots of dancing and that stuff.
The thing I'm most looking forward to, once everything goes back to normal, is just seeing my students in person, being able to give them a big hug, being able to give them a high five when they achieve a skill, being able to have that contact with the people that I love so much. I'm also really excited to start to travel again. Apart from dancing and dance teaching and everything to do with the dance industry, I'm also really passionate about travel and events and parties. And that's one of the first things that really, got restricted. So the ability to plan my next holiday, to have a big party, to be able to do all of those things is going to be really exciting.
My favourite thing about going back from out of lockdown would probably be going back to my dance classes, going back to my singing and acting classes, and doing sport with my friends and my family, and going to different restaurants and having fun.
When I get back to school and everything returns to normal, I can't wait to go back to playing basketball and hanging out with my mates.
When we go back to normal, I would think, I think I'm looking forward most to see other parents.
I'm looking forward to dancing. I'm looking forward to going to my acting classes. I'm looking forward to hugging my friends because I really, really want to do that because I haven't been able to do that in ages. And I'm also looking forward to travel overseas.
Looking forward to go back to school, dancing, soccer, and I miss my friends.
Is there anything you did during lockdown that you want to keep doing?
Anything I want to maintain? Learning the internet, keeping going so that we can eventually do Dakota's YouTube channel, which we've been planning for about 2 years now.
One of the major things that changed during lockdown that I'd really like to keep as part of my daily routine when things do go back to normal is, it seems a bit silly, but the upkeep of my home. I've really enjoyed being able to keep on top of my washing, do some cooking, raise my little herb garden, and just have, that home life.
Yes, I want to keep being creative with my products at the MW Girls Handmade. Make sure you go check us out. And I also want to keep pushing our YouTube channel, Gogo and I's YouTube channel, and get more followers and become more well known.
Like some French semis and like doing family nights and like riding my bike with my family and my family teaching me how to ride better without training wheels.
There's two things that I would continue doing out of lockdown, which is I'd keep practicing for dancing because it really helps me as a dancer. And the second thing is I'll keep going for competitions because I enjoy doing it and it was very fun to do.
Thank you guys so much for watching our video. We really hope you enjoyed it. Also, a big shout out to our friends who got involved. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell button down below. Just remember, life in lockdown wasn't that bad. Bye guys, stay safe.